You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back, Rodrance, for Black and White Sports 2. Well, once again, we're going to talk about Russell Wilson. My God. I tell you what, these Russell Wilson videos, they get views. They truly do. And I think it's because he has just become so polarizing. And Russell Wilson has turned in now to a weekly train wreck. And you've got to tune in just to see exactly how bad it's going to be. It's like, what kind of fresh hell awaits the Denver Broncos fans this week when it comes to Russell Wilson? And what kind of fresh hell was it? Well, how about the defense is fed up with Russell Wilson this time? Mike Purcell actually got in Wilson's face. Now, he's done a follow-up today, and we'll get to that, where he's saying, oh, no, we're good. Russell and me, the defense, we're good with Russell. Well, yeah, now that the optics is terrible, now that there's the same video has been split up twice, and there's a couple of different versions of the same video of Purcell getting in Russell Wilson's face, and I'll just show you what I'm talking about here. We've all seen the video at this point. I mean, look at this, 6.6 million views. Okay, outside of the people watching the game, look at him. Getting in Russell Wilson's face. Russell's like, yeah, okay, oh boy, oh shit. And look, there's two versions of that. They're both the same video, but they've been watched a combined 10.1 million times. This Russell Wilson thing is nuts. I said, over the last 6 weeks to 2 months, as we have done videos about the Seahawks and the rise of Geno Smith, the fall of Russell Wilson, and how good Pete Carroll looks in all of this, how bad Nathaniel Hackett looks, and me wondering, can Nathaniel Hackett not really coach? Is all these people, Aaron Rodgers was so high on him, Chris Sims has been real high on Nathaniel Hackett, and they're both saying, hey, this is really good offensive guys. You got to wonder right now, does Aaron Rodgers actually miss the play calling of Nathaniel Hackett? Whose fault is this? Is it Russell Wilson's? And all of his outside distractions, him believing his own press? We don't know what to believe right now. We just know it's bad. We know it's real bad. It's not exactly a secret that the Denver Broncos trade for Russell Wilson has been an unmitigated disaster. This is Yahoo, giving up all kinds of draft capital and 3 players for the former Seahawks quarterback was supposed to be the deal that propelled the Denver Broncos to the Super Bowl. But Wilson appeared to be utterly lost in whatever offense head coach Nathaniel Hackett is putting out there. As the Broncos signed Wilson to a 5-year, $245 million contract extension after the trade, they're stuck with him for several more years. I mean, the dead cap hit is going to be insane. As Wilson continued his exacerbated performances against the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, it appeared to take its toll on the Broncos defense that has done everything possible to transcend its quarterback. Specifically, defensive tackle Mike Purcell had quite a few things about which to get in Wilson's face. It's hard to blame Purcell or anything else on that defense. Now, Purcell is trying to clean this up now. He channels his inner Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is Outkick from today, a follow-up. Denver Broncos defender Mike Purcell and quarterback Russell Wilson engaged in a brief sideline spat. The one-sided affair resembled a WWE in-ring promo with plenty of theatrics and presumably some name-calling. And that's fitting considering Purcell chanted Stone Cold Steve Austin when addressing the fireworks. This is what he said. Quote, "We got no choice but to be together." Purcell told Broncos beat reporter Zach Stevens, "We're all in this together, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so." Okay, Purcell didn't add the Stone Cold part, but he damn well should have. It's possible, maybe just to break the awkwardness of all of this. How does anybody, let alone a professional athlete, not finish a bottom line statement with Stone Cold's famous catchphrase? Yeah, I mean, that's a valid point. It is. Purcell's comments come following a dreary performance from Russell, who passed for 142 yards in their 8th loss of the season. Cameras caught Purcell getting animated with Wilson on the sideline. At the time, Denver's offense had managed just 3 points. It's since been confirmed that Purcell was pissed off and attempting to spark the team. More specifically, he wanted the offense to start performing. Rather than apply the Stone Cold Stunner to Mr. Unlimited, Purcell opted for a verbal spat. Maybe he needs a stunner put on him. And despite viewers at home hoping Purcell Wilson will settle their differences in a tables, ladders, and chairs match at a future WWE pay-per-view, it appears as if the beef has already been squashed. I've talked to him. It comes from a place of love. We're all in this together. We're all brothers, Purcell said Sunday evening. A spark's got to come from somewhere, a leader of our offense. So they're about to take the field. So that's all it is. Okay. Now, where do we sit here, guys? Here's the thing. This is Wilson's per-game breakdown. This is against the Panthers. And I've said, you've heard me say it on this channel, I'm going to covet completion percentage and accuracy above all when it comes to quarterbacks. 54.3% against the Panthers. 50 Titans. 60 Jags. 53.6 Chargers. 53.8 Colts. 45.2 Texans. 58.9 for the season. 82.3 QB rating. So we've seen all the off-field antics, Mr. Unlimited, Wolverine's blood, all that shit, right? Subway, cringy-ass Subway commercial, one cringy thing after the other. The excelling of Geno Smith. Even in losses, Geno still looks good. And it's not Geno's fault that Seattle's dropped a couple recently. He's still playing sound quarterback for the Seahawks. There's all the rumors that's come out that Russell couldn't run the offense in Seattle, just couldn't run it. Okay, that his offense was, in fact, let me do a lot of scrambling around, ad-lib, roll out to the right, throw a bomb to Tyler Lockett, 35 yards. Okay, but you're not doing any of that in Denver now, okay? And that's kind of a problem, right? Now, you know, Sean Payton came out. He said if it was up to him, he would want a collection of all of Russell's plays where he completed passes over 30 yards. He'd want it snapped together in the greatest hits, see what kind of plays those were, and install them all into this offense. It's a great idea, okay? It is a great idea. Is this it? I mean, is this it? Is Russell Wilson done? Because, you know, I got thinking about this. If Rodgers doesn't retire, because we have since found out, look, Rodgers has got a fracture in his thumb he's trying to play with. He hurt an oblique last night. If Rodgers gets healthy, he just signed a new contract with Green Bay. So let's say Rodgers comes back. If Jordan Love becomes available and Nathaniel Hackett is still the coach, if you're the Broncos, do you trade for Jordan Love since he knows this offense? I mean, what do you do with Wilson? Just make him the backup? And you may be like, well, how can you make Russell Wilson the backup? Well, he's losing the locker room. And guys, this is not starting quarterback numbers. Okay? The fact is, I've got to believe out loud at this point, the only reason Russell Wilson, actually the only two reasons, The only two reasons Russell Wilson has not been benched is because of the trade/contract, which is a nightmare now, and you don't have a backup quarterback on the team that has any real starting experience. Okay? In other words, let's say Geno Smith was Russell's backup right now. Okay? Or Jordan Love, or Colt McCoy, or Nick Foles, or one of these guys that has started games. Case Keenum, that spent a season or two as a starter here or there, a Taylor Heineke kind of guy. If the Broncos had one of those guys, Hackett would have an issue right now because he'd have to bench Russell Wilson. He would have to. I mean, these are not starting quarterback numbers. They're not. They're numbers that if he hadn't had a background of being successful, the quarterback would already be benched. Tyrod Taylor was your backup right now. You would have to consider Russell Wilson being benched because look what's happening. You're losing the locker room. Russell Wilson is now losing the locker room. The defensive players on the team are pissed now, okay? And he can say, look, Mike Purcell can smooth it out because it got real public and everybody caught it. 10 million people have watched the video now of him getting in Wilson's face. But it's clear there's a fracture inside the locker room now between the offense and defense. They're looking right at Russell Wilson. The defense is like, we're one of the best defenses in the league. We're top 3. These teams don't score any points versus us. And you're not doing nothing out there. 0. I mean, these completion percentages, they're like bad rookie quarterback numbers. It's crazy. I mean, it's odd. I don't know if Russell can't run an offense. Okay, I mean, I know Pete Carroll and them have sort of through the grapevine said that Wilson cannot run an offense. This is nuts. And if you're the Broncos, I don't know what you do here. Every week now, we're making a video or two on something new, some kind of drama around Russell Wilson falling off a cliff. But I just went through and read to you those completion percentages. He's awful. He's not a starting quarterback in the NFL right now at this moment. It's crazy. I mean, the Broncos are literally... I mean, if you're the Broncos at this point, you're probably sitting back going, shit, did we have to trade Drew Lock? I'm just saying. Drew Lock looked better than this, whatever we're seeing right here from Russell Wilson. Shit. I don't know. It's crazy. You got to remember, Zach Wilson just got benched in New York because he was fracturing the locker room over his play and the lack of ownership of his play. He was losing the defense. What's going on here? He's losing the defense. Crazy. 2 guys named Wilson, they both suck. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports. Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.